Segregation was officially abolished on July 2, 1964. Schools were demanded by the federal government to integrate, and the civil rights movement finally had something to show for their efforts. After much dispute and a rise in racial tension with the inauguration of integration, schools were finally desegregated in America. However, today we find America in a similarly segregated educational situation, seemingly put to rest decades ago. But it is not segregation by law, but because of urban and suburban demographics and socioeconomic differences between the white and minority students. There is a large gap in income between the wealthy white community and the generally poor black community. This gap in income is directly related to school funding and attendance. The higher the majority white students a school has, the higher the per pupil spending. However, the higher the majority black students means lower per pupil spending. Because whites tend to live in suburban areas and blacks tend to live in urban areas, the schools have followed suit. The result is deeply segregated schools. So the question is, how do we fix it? Here lies the problem. There is no solution. Well, this is what the media is telling us. After researching the topic and reading numerous newspaper articles, solutions are nowhere to be found. Finger pointing, yes. Descriptive accounts of inequalities between predominantly white and predominantly black schools, yes. Never an answer to the copious questions regarding school segregation. My fear after investigating the topic is that media is making segregation the solution. A quote from John Kozel's Children of the City Invincible, Camden, New Jersey, best explains this phenomenon. This is a very popular approach in the United States today. Don't provide the kids with a new building. Don't provide them with more teachers or more books or more computers. Don't even breathe a whisper of desegregation. Keep them in confinement so they can't subvert the education of the suburbs. Don't permit them the frills like art or poetry or theater. Carry a bat and tell them they're no good if they can't pass the exam. Then when they're ruined, throw them into prison. Will it surprise you to be told that Patterson destroyed a library because they needed a place to build a jail? Years later, Kozel's words still ring true. Media continues to assure us that segregation is okay. Plans are enacted each year by local communities that maximize segregation in school districts. For example, the North Carolina Wake County School District's suspension of the Busing for Diversity plan. The new plan has proven to increase segregation within the school district. As media continues to tell us that segregation is okay, as seen in the New York Times article, Why Don't We Have Any White Kids?, where a popular teacher is quoted as saying, segregation is not the major issue. Then why is there a need to fix it? Maybe because the small fact that segregation is the entire issue. Let media spoon-feed you no more. The veil of ignorance must be lifted. Political action must be taken to better educate our youth. If we allow media to continue to dictate our lives, we may find our schools in a permanently segregated situation.